Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to House Flipper 2, where when we last left off, we had made pretty damn good progress actually in more or less completing the base structure of the mansion. We've pretty much got it all nailed down, and yeah, everything's right, everything in its place. We've got the doors, obviously. And one of the things, we also got the stairs. Stairs are just like temporary, they can be replaced by, you know, whoever ends up, you know, taking all of this and this, that, and the other. But one of the things I do want to do, windows. I want to put in the windows. And I did think, like, should I bother with windows? Should I? Shouldn't I? I was a little 50-50 on it, but I thought, yeah, again, windows are easily added and removed as people want. I may also just put in some basic doors too. Because as I've said before, one of the things I very much want to do is create just a basic blank version that people can then mess with as they want. So that is the thinking, generally speaking anyway. So what I'm gonna do, and I completely forgot to set this up beforehand, because you know me, I'm always forgetting stuff. So give me just a hot minute. What the thing is that one? No, probably not. Let's just add that. Okay. There we go. Hey, there it is. Meant to do this before, completely forgot. I think we'll put you down in the bottom of the screen, and I think I will shrink you inwards just a little bit. That is just so you can appreciate what I'm looking at. Hopefully that's like a decent size. I can't really quite tell, but hopefully that looks all okay from your side of things. It should do, I hope. We'll sort of have to play it by ear, I'm afraid. So yeah, I've got Resident Evil 1 just running in the background, because as you can probably tell, we're gonna need to like keep track of all this stuff, I guess. I will say, one thing I am quite surprised at is the actual lack of windows in the Resi 1 mansion. There are surprisingly few. For the record, this is a file that I sort of saved very specifically. I've wiped out every single enemy in the mansion, which took longer than I'd have liked, but I did. And as you can see by the map, I've got the audio for it turned off, that's why you can't hear it, so don't worry about that. But as you can see by the map, we've been in every room, aside from the costume room, of course, can't get in there, because it's on the first playthrough. But we've been in every single room, including in the basement, which as you can see, this is also what I said before about how the map cheats. Because if you look on the left, where the little stairs are, those are the stairs that go up. And then literally on the same horizontal plane, you've got the ladder going down. But you compare that to the first floor. Look on the left side of the mansion, there's two sets of stairs. Well, the right side, that's the stairs that go down into the basement. The stairs on the left are the ones that go up to the second floor. So the ones on the left, the right, sorry, they go down to the basement. And then if you go along, but then have to go down, you can see the little icon for the ladder. It's not on the same horizontal plane. The map literally cheats. And that is what I have had to deal with whilst recreating this. I mean, it is what it is. There's not a huge amount I can do about it, unfortunately. But we now have to work out where the hell all of the windows are. And I am fairly certain there are windows right through here. So obviously I can't play both games at the same time, so the main screen is going to be sort of temporarily on pause while we do this. Yeah, there's only one window, which is right here. Which is kind of like opposite the door. But that's it. That's your only window in this room. So that's what we've got to do. And it's like a window with a curved top, but I don't think you can do that. You can do circular windows. Oh, you can actually. Oh, we can. Ah, we can do windows with. Oh, I didn't know you could do windows with curved tops. I love that. I love that so much. Okay. Oh, in fact, I think. Hold that thought. Let me just zoom in on the window a little bit. Can I get a good angle on it? I think. Yeah, that's a good angle. I think. It's not 100%, but I think no, we don't need shutters. Doesn't have a windowsill. Very sort of reddish. It's kind of more back, perhaps? That's quite close. I did wonder if maybe I could tweak it a little bit more, but I think that's about as close as... Ooh, I don't know, does that feel too small? That might be too small. Don't know if, oh, hold up. If I can, like, make it bigger. Oh. Well, okay. Technically speaking, yes, we can make it... We can make the window bigger. But we can't make the... But we can't make the window. We can make the hole bigger, but we can't make the window bigger. That is one of the most random things I think I've ever seen. Okay, so do we have... Just get rid of that. So that's... That's 4 by 6, 4 by 5. 4 by 7? Feels like it needs to be wider. Yeah, see, that's like 4 across. Or I could put 2 of these up, which feels a bit better. It's not 100% accurate, but yeah, it feels like it's got the width now. That is like the only friggin' window here. It's the only one in the room. It's really weird. Okay. It doesn't want shutters. We don't want to have a windowsill. do want the bars. They'll do. I think that looks about the right color. It's not 100% perfect, but I don't think it's too far off. Okay. It's about the right distance. What is interesting, we should probably add... See, because one of the things up there... I mean, technically speaking, I could add that, but at the same time, I'm like... I don't know if I actually can. We do have the pillars, which I did forget to add. Because the thing is, the bits above the pillars, if you look real carefully from here, they're curved. And the problem you've got with that is that I can do curves on the floor, but I can't do curves on the balcony. I just can't do that. Everything has to be done in grids. So... I wonder. Maybe... Okay. What I could do... If I just... do that. It's close. The thing is, I can do the curves, I just can't do the balcony curving. And the balcony's kind of got to go around it. Which is a bit of a shame. I can do the curve, though. That's not a problem. It wouldn't look... Actually, could I? Because there was... Dev. That's new. They must have changed it. There was an update to this a little while back, actually. See, it says resizable. They're really not. I tried that, remember? Make it longer. We can rotate it. Yeah, it says resizable. It's not. Go away, please. Right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I need some columns. Now, looking at this, zoom in on the columns a little bit. Get to there. They're not that different from these columns here. They're not 100%, but they're bloody close, actually. That seems too big. I wonder if they know. That's not. We should be able to. There it is. Wow, I actually got the positioning exactly correct. That is quite wild. So that's kind of what it is. It's a little on the big side, but I don't think... No, I can't shrink it. I'm just going to have to accept that. Okay, one thing we do want to do... No, that's not what I want to do. Can I... duplicate. Close. Okay, so move it on to that one, and then I think there. Perfect. Lovely. That's good. I like that. See, that fits quite well. I don't know if I should be doing this, actually. Like, I feel like I should, but at the same time, I feel like I shouldn't. It's like, how much of the architecture do I actually put in here? We need fences. I don't remember where they are. There is one other place I forgot to put in a fence. Hold up. Here we go. Was it that one? I think it was that one. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now, roughly, where is the hole in the thing? Let's have a look. So it's a little down from the window. It's about halfway through the room, really. Might as well make it look at least vaguely consistent. Excellent. Okay, so that's that. Now, obviously there's no window there, and I'm pretty sure that thing that looks like a window up there isn't a window, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm pretty sure there is a window here. So again, let's go through. Working well, I think. Okay. So, oh god, that is such a terrible angle. This is what I've been dealing with when planning this stuff out. So we've got another window. Honestly, it looks like this. Let's be honest, we could probably just duplicate this and slap it down here. Although, actually, it looks a bit thinner. If we can get away with one of the pre-done ones. I think. Yeah, that feels about right. Actually, no, maybe a bit taller. There we go. Yeah, that feels about right. We just need to... Oh, actually, no. I was going to say duplicate the style, but actually, it's kind of dark. It's a darker wood, definitely. Yeah, I'd say we're okay with that. Alright, now. Actually, as we're running around, we may as well plop in some double doors. Hold that thought. The kind of reddish wood. They do look different. That's not something I can really do much about because I have a very, very limited set of doors that I can deal with. Not a million miles off. We definitely need a door handle. We don't need the lock part. Ooh, wow! Holy shit, that's almost identical. That is creepy how close that is. Okay, that's good. Now we need a sort of a reddish wood. Obviously I can't get like the diamond pattern on it, but and you need to be a kind of a goldish color. I think maybe that's too red. I think it's like it's not bad, but it's not quite. Yeah, we can go with that. It's a little more grainy than I'd like, but it's not a million miles off. And although that's gold, it barely stands up, but it'll have to do. So that's fun. And you are a much simpler door. But I think, start with duplicating it. See, the doors are always flush to the wall. That's not how it works in real life. Well, not in the game anyway. Okay, so we want to edit. The door handle looks like just a door knob rather than. Don't know if that's going to be an option. Yeah, okay, that's as close as I'm going to get. That is literally as close as I'm going to get, okay. Because it's a kind of a reddish door and then a big set of double doors at the end. Also, the frame rate on that is absolutely god-awful right now. I do hope the frame rate's not too bad for you guys. Oh, I think it's just frame rating out because it's not... Yeah, it's not the object of what I'm actually looking at, that's why. Okay, we can do a slightly different door for this one, why not? We want things to be very... This one is like red. This is like this. It's a very reddish door. The handle I can barely see, and I think it's on the left too. Or on the... Okay, whatever. It's sort of a... kind of a horizontal one rather than... Sorry, a vertical one rather than a horizontal one. Doesn't look like that's going to be an option for me, which is a bit of a bugger. I guess you'll do. And it's a dark handle, so I think I'm going to swap this round actually so that we can put the door in like that. Okay, this is a very... This is me taking attention to detail way too seriously. Yeah, it goes in. That is actually something that I think they do pay attention to. That the doors open consistently. Anyway. Okay. Can I not make it clear? Because I'd like to make it clear if at all possible. Guess not. Alright, that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Okay, you are kind of a dark brownish color. Technically, it's a little lighter than that. Well, that's quite close. Yeah, okay, I like that. Door handles will keep. I think they're goldish. Hard to tell. But that seems about right. Oh, I can't do that, can I? Well, that's kind of irritating. like we'll have to tweak it slightly, but that's not a huge change. It's not going to affect anything in the grand scheme of things. It's a little annoying, but it's a change I can deal with. Didn't realize you couldn't stick them right next to each other like that. Who knew? Better. I suppose we should check the doors down here, although I think they're very plain looking doors. If memory serves. Maybe not. It's sort of a very standard sort of door. Sorry, that's habit. Always press the pause button. In fact, that's pretty much what it is here. We just need to get the color of the wood right. Can we not just paint the door? Guess not. Okay, that's that. See, that's just like a rusted iron door, and I'm like, pretty sure I don't have that option. And then a basic wooden door for that one, huh? Okay. Close enough. I think it needs to be a shade lighter. So what are we going to do for you, considering that I can't just do a metal door? I don't think I can. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not right. Technically, it is a metal door, but it's not right, not really. Yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like, but yeah. Not great, is it? we want kind of rustish red color. Not great. Really not great. It's also slightly bigger than what I thought it would be. Nice. Also, while I'm thinking about it, while I'm down in the basement, pretty sure the only way I can access this section of the map is by the basement. So, while I'm here, I'm just running all over the shop. What's annoying is I'm going to be doing this pretty much consistently for the next few days as I work out the exact layout of all the stuff. I'm pretty sure there is... This is the thing, there's like, these feel like they're windows, but the angle's wrong to really see it. Which is kind of irritating. Let's see, are they windows or are they just drapes? Thing is, I can't see an actual window. It's like there was supposed to be a window there, but it got bricked up, covered over. It's weird. And there's nothing I can examine. It's not like he's saying, oh, I can see X, Y, Z out of this window. I mean, I know where there is one window. Oh yeah, also we've got those double doors there. First things first, we can slap a nice basic brown door. Not that kind of brown. There's a perfectly basic brown door right there. And I want to say that that one was reddish. No, they have a lighter red, something like that. The thing is, I don't think I can make these doors... I don't think I can make them... blue. I could be wrong. Oh, well, yeah, I must be able to do that. Okay, hang on, how did... I see. That's almost accurate, actually, the dirty plastic look. I want a kind of darkish blue. I want dirty dark blue, but that's not an option. See, what we want is we want wood dark blue. but we can only get blue because you pick a material, but then I don't think you can pick a... Can you? Might be able to. Now, you see, if you pick a material, you can't pick a color. That's the problem. Yeah. If you pick wood, then you can't pick blue. Tell if that's just black or if it's a very dark wood. We can do that. Because there's definitely supposed to be a really big window in that room. That is a pitch black door. See, it doesn't have the big, long door handles. Nice. And this door may need to get the oh no, never mind. Another black one with a doorknob. That's fair. Maybe it was red. Look, black. And then, right here, we got a big ass fucking window. Yep. Apparently I hadn't done that in this particular game, so it's just gotta do that. Okay. This is a nice, simple reset. Now I need something. See, 10 is too tall. See, 8 feels about right, but then that's too big sideways. Because I don't think I can stretch the window, sadly. Okay. It is a good height. None of these are the right size, that's the problem. That being said, that's a fair point. Because I could do that, but... Because then I could get rid of the middle bits, thinking about it. Yeah, I could just get rid of those. I really wish I could get a 5x8, but apparently that's just not an option. And trust me, I've been looking. They got a 3x8 and a 4x8. I'd like a 5x8, but they just don't do it. Nope. See, look, nothing in this 5x8. That is so annoying. That is the exact size I want, and they don't even bloody have it. I just want a 5x8 window, guys. Is that so much to ask? Apparently so. Okay. It's not 100% accurate, but you know what? It'll just have to bloody well do. Actually, it's supposed to be like up, like you're looking down over it. I'd build a helipad out there. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, that just looks wrong. That at least looks slightly less, like, bright and happy and go-lucky and all that stuff. Now this is the weird corridor, because the door at the end I can't open on the version of the game I'm playing. Because to the best of my knowledge, the only way to open that door is to get the passcode. And I don't think Chris gets the passcode. Or if Chris does get the passcode, he gets it from Rebecca, and I didn't get that triggered in this version. Because you can't just, like, type in the passcode, you have to actively know what the passcode is. It's one of those weird game logic things. Just a completely random dead end that they got. I wonder actually, should I add in those little wall divots? No, I'm not even going to bother with that. Yeah, I think we should probably go around for that door. I think it'll be easier to see from the other side. Okay, now, rooms with windows, rooms with windows. Actually, that reminds me, does the piano bar room... is there a little window in that alcove? There might be. Well, doesn't hurt to check. There is a small window. It's very small, and I can't tell what it looks like up top, but there is indeed a very small window there. Window. Okay, it is literally, like, should we say 3 by 2? I don't actually think I can do a window that small. We can do 4 by 2. But I can't do a 3 by 2. I definitely think that when I come to creating the playable, you know, actual like level version of this map, I definitely think one of the things I'm going to do is have the person complain about there not being enough windows. It just feels appropriate, you know? definitely nothing there, nothing there. One thing I am a little unsure about, actually, or about how to present it, because it's sort of a thing, but it's also sort of, like, I really don't think I can do this, is this. Technically, that's a giant arch pane of glass. But I'm like, I don't think I can do that in my version of the game. I just realized I forgot to put a fucking door back in there when I moved the wall. Oops. Where am I going? That's the wrong way. So yeah, technically speaking, this wall is supposed to be nothing but glass. Again, really don't think that's an option for me. You got 7 by 7. I mean, technically you've got 7 by 8. Now, how big is the area we're trying to... 15 by 24. There's 6 by 5, 16, 7. By 6. Okay, hang on, let me think. Also, it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, so when it's 15 across, it needs to be like a multiple of 5 or a multiple of 3, perhaps. But 5, it needs to be... No, wait. Yeah, it's like 6 by 5 or 4 by 5, isn't it? That's what it needs to be. Either 6 by 5 or 4 by 5. There really just aren't a lot, that's the thing. 5 by 5, sure. I wonder. that's even worse. See, there's always nothing that is just times 5. Something times 5. The only one I get, there was 1. 5. Doesn't help. The thing was what, 24 across, wasn't it? Again, I kind of wish I could get rid of the handle on it, but apparently that's not an option. They're windows, they've got to have handles, don't they? Well, these ones actually don't. That's interesting. So there's picture windows and casement windows. Anyway, I don't know. I'll keep working on it, and back in a minute. Break time. And we are back. Okay. So, what was I doing? Right. Yeah, I was trying to work out the best way to do this, because technically speaking, what I'd want to do is just cut a hole and then fill it with glass. But you can't do that. I mean, I could make it with a virtual hole, but that don't really work. Ooh. That's weird. Yeah, so what we want... So what I'm thinking is, if I can just find a good number of windows... Because looking at the thing, there does seem to be like a little edge around it. So actually looking at the size of that, we would have 22 by 13. Don't really think I can get away with the whole 13 thing. 13 is a bit of an odd number, but I could maybe get away with 22 and 14. Now, if I included the top one up here, if I include that, and 22 is actually weird. 22 is not a great number, but if we do, because I think. wouldn't be absolutely perfect. It would kind of be the thing I was looking for. If I then change the style, get rid of the bars, that's fine. Get rid of the windowsill. I mean, I don't like that it's got all the bars in it, but I think it's about as close as we're gonna get. Can I just walk through windows? Is that something I can do? I didn't know I could do that. Hang on. Can I always do that? Apparently not. So then why can I walk through that? Like, if I'm flying, sure, but I'm not flying right now, I'm walking. Is it because there's one up the... I don't know why that's the case. That's really weird. But hey ho, what you gonna do? Right. Also, those lead outside, don't they? Those windows? Hang on. They do. Oh, I almost never noticed those bloody windows. Huh, isn't that weird? Okay, well, windows. They look like... They kind of look like that. Only taller. They kind of look like that. Only wider. Nope, thinner. Wider. The numbers that they have available and the numbers they don't are very irritating. I'm looking, they've got a 3x8, a 4x8, and a 7x8. They don't have a 5x8, which is what I want. It's so frustrating, the ones they do and don't have. It's really weird. I think you're about as close as I'm going to get. Close enough. More or less. obviously. Looks like it's a lightish brown wood. I didn't even know about a handle. We'll just leave it as is. Okay, and we need a light-ish door there. Oh, you bloody well can. Hang on, we may have to go back up to that other door. I didn't notice that. I think maybe that's a little too wood-grained. Well, that thought, I gotta go to... Where am I going? Aha! I did not realize that you could indeed do... Now that looks a lot better. Lovely. Okay, now, firstly, I gotta put the bloody door back in, because, kind of sort of forgot. Whoops-a-daisy. So you're just a standard brown door, gold doorknob. Brownish. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so that's good. And you are more or less the same. And you're also more or less the same. Interesting. Let me just double check. Hold that thought. Hopefully this won't lag my computer too much. I do have several pretty beefy programs running at the moment. I mean, I got OBS, I got my game, and I've got an emulator going. That's a lot of stuff. 5. Oh, that's right, I needed to put in... There's a wardrobe here, and I needed the wardrobe door. Because I don't really think they've got the standard sort of wardrobe doors. Again, it's one of those things that was in the last game, not in this one. What color are these? Yeah, you see, they're kind of like shutter doors, but there's not a lot I can do about that. There is, sadly, no option for that. Because, I mean, I could just put a wardrobe in there. But again, none of them look accurate. So I may as well just slap in the door. Where was that? And you're kind of... I mean, as we get more and more and more stuff added to the game over time, I can always like update shit. The simple door handle doors. Nothing too fancy. Okay, that's good. Now, this corridor is going to be interesting because this corridor definitely has windows. Door there. The other tricky thing, of course, is the column. The door there. Obviously, no windows. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's a pretty good shot of the window there. Okay. Let's just snap a couple of doors down. focus is, of course, on the windows. So they are 2x4. Whether they're openable or not, I don't really care. A slightly redder kind of wood. Okay. How long is this wall? I want it to be at least fairly equal distance. That's 49. 49. 4, what's that? 12. 49 minus 12 is 37. 37 divided into 4. Or you could just say 49 divided into 3, I guess. No, actually we have to be poor. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, the problem is that is an odd number, isn't it? That is not good. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 along here. Let's actually have some light coming into the building. Right. You see, that just seems wrong. They do seem too short, but I think we went 4 by 6. This is a 4 by 7, which might be slightly better, actually. It is nice to be putting some windows in, I will say that, because boy howdy are there just none. There's no windowsills, not really. Not really a big windowsills. Just the mountain bars. The Brazilian cherry, why not? Two. I could be wrong. Hang on a second. See, I don't think that corner over here actually has anything. Just roughly based on this. So what if we actually took it just along here? See, that's 35. See, that's pretty decent. Equally spaced. It's not absolutely perfect, but I don't think it needs to be. And you're about... there. So, what did we have? 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 6, 7. Is that roughly about right? Or do I need to shrink them in a bit? You know, I'd say that's sort of roughly right. Again, hard to tell because of the camera angle, but I think we've got it. I think. I don't know. I'm very confused. Okay. But yeah, I think that'll do it. That looks good enough, at least. Not perfect, but then, again, it was always a thing of best guess. You know? Oh, now that does remind me. I need to pop in a certain pillar, which is really fucking random. This thing is just... It's so weird. There are no pillars in any of the other gigantic rooms in this place, but this corridor just happens to have one. Where are we looking anyway? About equal with the third. Well, about halfway actually down this. How long is that for? 26. So we'd be looking about 13, which is. Let me get rid of that there. Excuse me. Oh, let me neck. Right. I wonder. Really, I can't shrink it down any more than that, huh? Kinda hoping I could. Yeah, it can go up, it can't go down. It's not quite what I wanted. I don't have a huge amount of options when it comes to close enough. Kind of wish. No, maybe I could. I mean, the bottom part is way too bloody big, but it's not inaccurate, is it? Really wishing I could shrink it in. That's almost exactly what I want. It just really doesn't like being shrunk. What is the fishing rod? I don't know what the fishing rod is. I mean, it's close. And I did say I was always wanting to get close enough. Kind of a very faded beige color. That's quite close. Go with that, and with you, just that kind of reddish color again. Close enough. I'm not even going to bother messing around with the top part. It's close enough. I'm fine. Right. Let's move upstairs. Couple of normal looking doors up here. Actually, so normal. I think I can just deep. So I might just change the door handle. Use a sort of a very normal looking sort of door handle, almost. Yeah, pretty much like that, I'd say. Now, isn't there a window over there? Vague memory of there being a window up here. Like, it's hard to see, but there is a window there. Like, howling of an animal can be heard on and off. There is a window there, and I'm pretty sure, again, it's more or less this kind of window from here. Could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Good enough. And then we get the door out into here. Which I'm assuming is just normal door. Yeah, pretty much. And then there's a standard sort of double door over there. Okay. Okay, that's good there. Nice. Wow. Only took me an hour and 3/4 to get 1/2 of the map done. Aren't I just so lucky? Okay. That's... yeah, again, that's... although it technically it's wider, but I can't widen the doors, unfortunately. Oh, hey there, hang on, how do you pronounce that? Angel... Icros Gaming? Something like that? Hello, Angel. I will just say Angel. Hello, 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 and welcome. How are you doing today? Good, I do hope. I'll turn you around, actually. I'm doing fine, thank you very much. Just pottering away at all this. You're a normal brown door and a blue door. I've got copies of those I can use. Not that. That. Do, 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 do. I think I need to swap that. Fair enough. Okay, so got that there. The blue door should be a copy of the one over here. Might need to lighten the color slightly, but it's close enough. Probably supposed to be the same color, but it's not. Who the hell knows at this point? I feel like there's way too much of a thing between that. That's pretty close. It's a little bright, but then it's quite a bright colored door. Okay. That's just, again, perfectly normal brown door. Doorknob, interestingly enough. And same again. Okay, I can work with that. Oh. Press the pause button again, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Interestingly enough, I gotta change you to a doorknob. Lovely. So many doors in this place. Probably keep them open, actually. Now, you're not a door, but I do wonder, does it have like an archway? Because I can build those. It'd be nice if I could. Don't know, let's find out. It has curtains. And that's a problem, because this game doesn't have curtains. Because apparently they just decided not to implement curtains into this game. For some reason. So let's stick a door frame in there just so it looks at least vaguely official. So it doesn't look like it's just going to collapse. It's a start. Okay, and this room, of course, rather famously, has windows. Always adding in the windows. Which, if memory serves, yes, 1, 2, 3. Is that 4? That might be 4, actually. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and actually that might be 5 because there's like one there. You just see the sort of the edge of one, and then 2 and 3 we're passing here. 4, 5. Wow, there's 5 down there. Is there 5 down here? I don't think so. So we'll see one there, one about here, one there. And then one there. Oh no, wait, no, stand corrected. There's 5. Bloody hell. 5 windows, okay. I always assumed there was 3. Wow, shows how much attention I pay. You never understood why they didn't add curtains. Oversight? I don't have an answer for you on that one, I'm afraid. I literally haven't a clue why they didn't add curtains. As I said, I'm assuming it's just an oversight and they like forgot, or they literally thought, well, no one's gonna want curtains immediately, we can just wait. But people really did want curtains. Okay, windows. Okay, actually, what do the windows specifically look like? Well, I don't know, I can't really see them that close. I think kind of like the ones in the dining room, maybe? I don't know, I literally can't get a good look at them. That's annoying. Okay. Let's just grab one of these. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's about, it's maybe a bit big, bit wide. Can we 4x7, 4x8? No, I don't think we're going to get it thinner than that. Do 4x6. Nah, 4x7 should do it. Okay, we don't want a windowsill because apparently none of these windows have windowsills. Who knew? So that's that. That's actually fairly close. Right about there-ish. Things we want about 5, don't we? Actually. Ooh. Perfect. I love it when a plan comes together. We're gonna have to be a little tighter into each other. Nine, 8. Hard to tell because of the angles. You know, there may even be 6. Is that one at the end there? I can't tell. I think that might actually just be a shadow in the corner. It's really, really hard to tell at this angle. I think there... Are there 6 windows? There can't be 6 bloody... That's just nuts if there is 6. That is literally insane. There end up being 6 windows. I think we'll just leave it at 5 because it's really bloody hard to tell. Still, that's about what I think we're looking at here. So that's good. Okay, another door, which is, I'm assuming, basic wooden type. Yes, looks like a basic wooden type. Let's go grab one. Yoink. Plop. Okay. So that's good. Next up. That's a big metal door. See, that could be a problem. Did clear the enemies out from this place? I don't actually remember. Hopefully I did, otherwise I'm about to die, which would be somewhat embarrassing, but don't matter. Yeah, because they don't have metal doors. I think I'm just gonna have to put in one of these. No. Methinks that would not work. And there's that door, which I use for the basement, but it kind of sucks. But it is supposed to lead outside. Also, this wall is slightly bigger than I think it was. It's come up to about my knee, so yeah. Roughly. And we need a big ass fence. I can never remember where the fences are. Ah, fences, here we go. These ones look a little like... I mean, it kind of looked like metal. But apparently metal ain't an option for me. Plastic? Wood? Sure. But metal? Apparently that's just not an option. Come on, do the right one. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Gotcha. That's close enough. We're seeing the windows on the thing. You never see the mansion from the outside. It's so weird to see some of this stuff. You're like, oh yeah, that's what it would look like. Okay, obviously that's the bathroom. Again, normal wooden door for that. We've got normal wooden door, technically destructible wooden door, but that's neither here nor there. And whoop, yep. Glitching ceiling. Always a glitching ceiling. Okay. Bonk. Change that to a more appropriate door handle, which I think was that one. Close enough. See, it's weird, the inconsistency between the door handles and the door knobs. Because I think this one was also a door knob, wasn't it? Yeah, see, that's got a knob, and the other ones have a handle. And obviously those have two knobs, because they're special. Right. And we want... Where's the... Duplicate that. Drag you across over here. And, oh, it's 5 past 5. I thought I was needing the bathroom. Right, gonna take a quick break, and I will be back in a minute. See you in a sec, guys. And we are back. Okay, so continue with the doors. Oh yeah, we got 4 in this area. That'll be fun. Alright. Nope. Okay, so a small blue door. Wooden door. Wooden door. That's a metal door, isn't it? Damn it. Why you keep throwing up these annoying metal doors? I can't do anything about that. Ugh. Be careful now. That'll work, except just need to change that to that. I don't think that was a... Yeah, that's a vertical door handle. They don't have those. And you're a doorknob, but you're also blue. I don't know why you're blue. Apparently you just are. You're kind of lightish blue. Kind of eggshell blue. I don't know why they call it eggshell blue. Blues, eggshells are not that blue. Lovely. Now what the bloody hell are we going to do about you? That's a great question. Yeah, also really not sure what I'm going to do about this. That's like... I do kind of hate how small that is, because you can't make these bigger, and I don't know why. And it's really annoying. Sunshine! It's stuck inside all the time. Ain't life grand. Right. That's going to be a nightmare to paint. I don't even know if I can. I may have to just demolish that and make it into just a corner, like a normal sort of corner, because yeah, I don't know, it's weird. Oh yeah, I forgot, you kind of had that kind of archway thing up there. I'd forgotten about that. Oh god, can I even do anything with that? These are all metal doors, which again, I can't do anything about. I don't know what I do about the archway thing. I'd forgotten about that. I mean, okay, theoretically I could build that, and that would be so tedious. Like, what I'd have to do is I'd have to delete a section of this wall down to about probably there-ish. So that would have to be 4. Then I'd have to... It's also technically thicker than just 1. I'd have to actually thicken these walls. And then what I'd have to do is I'd have to go into Sandbox only. I'd have to use this. Can I Can you rotate? Apparently you can't rotate. I'd have to do something like that. And then I'd have to... Can I duplicate? I can. Do that. And then that. And then I'd fill in the walls like that. I mean, that's close. It's not like 100% accurate, but it's bloody close. Ooh, okay, careful. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. I've started. I may as well finish. So hang on. We wanna. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong button. I have to duplicate it. Didn't think I'd get this to work, but actually this worked out quite well. Now, we unfortunately cannot do the corner. That is just never gonna happen in a bajillion years. We can always put one in here. Huh. That actually looks better than I expected. Not 100% perfect, but you're never gonna get 100% perfect. But it's bloody close. Did I do that? Or was it just too much of an overhang? Oh, that's right, because it was like the wrong size. And I didn't want to change the inside for some reason. There we go. Put you in there like that. To move you. Nice, better. Glad you can do that. Actually, see that kind of makes things a bit more symmetrical. I kind of like that. That's quite pleasant. So you're only 3 before. That's good. Cool. See, that looks really good. Obviously I can't do the corner ones, which is kind of a shame, but I'm absolutely willing to accept that. 100%. I don't think it adds or takes away anything. Honestly, the worst part is going to be that I don't think I can paint this. I don't think I can. Oh yeah, that's right. I was trying to work out what to do about the doors. That's why I started this. How could I forget? Makes sense. I know they're not. I know they're technically metal doors, but literally nothing I can do about that. So, I'm afraid you're just going to have to go with normal doors. I will, however, put an exterior door here. Stop that. Sure, why not? Lovely. Okay, that took way longer than it needed to. But hey, I got the little arch thing, so that's good news at least. It's something. It's something a little different. And as I say, I'm rather glad that I got it. Because in this room, isn't it? Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a big ass window up there. Perfectly normal brown doors there too, by the looks. Mm-hmm. Alright, window. I think it's a curved top one. Not sure what kind. I think I may need to go back down. That's a big window. Although it is weird, it looks a little off looking at it like this. I mean, there's that, which feels way too bloody small. Way too bloody small. I mean, that feels too small as well. Could do 2 halves. Really big size. I think that's as big as it's gonna get. How big is this room? Actually, no, it's not 21 because it's... Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, that is 21 because I was... Sorry, I thought I was taking it up to the stairs. I'm an idiot, never mind that. 21 is a problem. Although I don't think it is quite centered. I think it's centered on the stairs. I don't think it's centered on... I think having it a bit to one side is probably okay. Yeah, that feels about right. Okay. Okay, so we've got a blue door there. Fine. And a reddish looking door there. I wonder if that was done deliberately to like warn you, hey, boss battle here. Could be. Could well be. Anyway, red door. Yep, so hang on, we got a perfectly normal blue door which we can insert. I think I need to tone that blueness down a bit. Like, it's kind of close, but I think it needs to be a little darker. Oh, apparently I forgot to put the door topper up here. Right. Yeah, I think you need to be a shade darker still. Close. Also, you need a proper handle. Not bad, but not quite. Let's see. That'll do it. Now, what the hell are we going to do about you? Good enough. Alright, what have we got with these 3 rooms? We're getting there. We are definitely getting there. I'm hoping I can at least get all of these doors and stuff done today. Are they all perfectly normal brown doors? They certainly look like it. They're a bit on the dark side, but I think that's just because the room is dark. Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, I can't go in that way. I hope I don't trigger the cutscene with Rebecca when I go in here. No, but there is a hunter in here that I apparently forgot to kill. Oops. That's true. I never went in that room, did I? Oh well, that's a problem for future me, I suppose. Okay, but yeah, they're all basic wooden doors. All basic wooden doors. There's a big fancy dancy blue door there. And then there's basic wooden doors. Alright. Okay. So yes, these are all needs to be these. Good. That way. Nice. Actually, we'll do that one last. We'll go through here next. Oh yeah, don't I need to put a pillar in there? Which honestly looks like it should just be made out of brick. Like, just a perfectly normal brick, sort of. Did I pause the game again? I did. I gotta stop doing that. Okay. I never put the door bit in there, did I? That wasn't very clever of me. put in some proper stairs. This way. What are you doing this way? Thank you. Close enough. Definitely close enough. I realized I forgot to put the door there. Hang on, let me go check the plan. Whereabouts was it? The number of mistakes I've made in this is quite odd for me. Okay, so including the corner. Should also probably add in the alcove, because I don't. There's definitely not a door there, but I think I can add in a an arch. Good enough. Yeah, that'll work. Why not? Now this room I'm really unsure about, because it's the big, and I do mean big, attic room, right? It's like oddly large, all things considered. And I think I may need to redo the whole yeah, because this is the thing, it's like it is much larger than other rooms. Like by quite a metric. Like it's at least twice the size of the door. I may need to actually redo this room in my version, because this room is much bigger than I was expecting. Again, that'll be a problem for future me. I want to get all the doors on, and there's two I'm still missing. Thinking about it, again, I don't think I went into this room. There might be creatures out here. Yeah, they just look like normal doors, wooden door type thing. Just some bird. There is a fucking window there. I'd forgotten about that. Hold that thought. Hang on. Okay, let's we'll get back inside. Let's just, because yeah, there's like a window here or something. Hang on. I need windows. It is a very, very tiny, like U-sized window. It's about here-ish. And it is there, for the record. If you... That's... No, that's not right. If you... Sorry, I was trying to control the wrong screen with the thing then. Actually. We can get there. That's good. Yeah, I always forget about that window being there. It's like you borderline don't even notice it when you're in this room over here. I may just nip back out the balcony in a sec. Got about 10 minutes for today. So that's all the doors, for the record. That's it. That's all the doors. And I'm pretty sure all the windows. If I've missed one. Yeah, I think before we like finalize this version, because we're more or less at the end now. But yeah, look, you can just see it. Just make out the... There's literally no other way to actually see it from any angle, but you can just see the corner of it there. And just make out the edge of it there. Otherwise, you cannot for the life of you see it. It just doesn't exist otherwise. Really weird. Another thing I want to have a quick look at. Bit dangerous because there's birds around there. I just want to double check something. Something I'm kind of looking at now, but on the main screen. Oh, it does! Huh. Look, you barely notice it, but there really is. They didn't forget. On the right side, I don't know if you can see it in teeny weeny vision that you've got, but I'm looking at my version. They really did take that into account. Although the balcony doesn't go up to the end, which it really bloody should. There is the actual floor there. Well, the bit that I've got here. This bit. Hang on. Also, I think this needs to be brought in a bit more. Also, there needs to be like a kind of balcony thing going up there. But yeah, that's fine. Well, that's interesting. Okay, yes, that's more or less what you want on that. So yeah, there you have it. That is essentially everything. As I said, there's probably more, like, there's probably a lot more detail I could, like, force into when it comes to, like, doors and how they look. I do have to redo the attic. I think I'm going to have to revisit that, because that room is much bigger than I was expecting. But there we go. We're almost done with version 1 of this house, this mansion. Almost. And I think... yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do is just sell that. Because I think the attic is just going to have to be much bigger. I do mean much bigger. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to work on this next time. But yeah, we're more or less out of time for today. So we shall ching, save. And yeah, this has gone pretty good. Took longer than I thought it would be to just plonk in a couple of doors and windows, but seeing as half of my time was spent running around playing Resident Evil 1. Just one of those things. Which does remind me of point. In fact, I'm going to close this down now. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so yes, Resident Evil 1 is done. I don't need to keep that up anymore. Get rid of you. Excellent. Okay. So yes. Obviously, we shall be continuing this on Monday, where we'll fix the attic, redo the ceiling bit, the roof bit here, and I think that'll be it. Yeah, I think that's everything I want to do. I think, for at least, sorry, that was me messing around with the controller. Yeah, everything. I think everything I want to do in the base version. I may also. I think I may put a few more pillars and stuff dotted around, because I need to do the archways and stuff in the main hall. I think I may also need to redo the stairs in the main hall, just a little bit. I think I need to shrink them in a bit. I think they're a bit wide. But aside from that, they should be fine. Just going through my head. And then I'll probably do one run through. And then I'll save that. And then I can do a save as. Because once I've done a save as, I can then transfer that one into starting to furnish it. Because don't forget, I want to do the blank version. I want to do the furnished version. And I want to do the... Here's a... challenge map for you. Redo this. Redo the mansion, basically. And I'm going to have to really sit down and think about what the hell I want to do about that. But we'll work that out when we get to there. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.